Hey everyone. Alright, so let's talk about Ant-Man, the new Marvel movie. Now, of course, I am not a comic book guy. I am not. Full disclosure. It was the same sort of thing when I came to talk about X-Men Days of Future Past. That was a lot of fun. But this movie, I was sold instantly simply on the basis that Michael Douglas was going to be in it. Now, I'm a big Michael Douglas guy, so that was a big attraction for me. I went into this pretty neutral. Like I say, I don't know anything about the comics. I don't know anything about the character. I'm a complete layperson when it comes to like the Marvel universe. Like I say, I'm not a comic guy, but I'm a movie guy. So that's if the movie's going to be good, then hey, I'm happy to go see it, regardless of whether it's a comic book movie or not. Now, this movie, plain and simple, I thought this was great. This was a lot of fun. I didn't know really what to expect going into it. Like I say, I tried to go into it with no expectations, completely neutral, not wanting to love it, not wanting to hate it. I just went, let's go see Michael Douglas. I was pretty much convinced it was going to be the better Michael Douglas movie out of this and Las Vegas, and hey, I was right. This was good. It was, I wouldn't say I was surprised that it was good, because these comic book movies now, they've become so well done. They've become a real institution, haven't they? They've took over cinema. Like, Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's big business now, and you can tell when it comes to making these comic book movies, everyone involved takes it very, very seriously. The effort that goes into these movies. It's really impressive, and the amount of money that's spent on each movie, and it looks fantastic because of it. You can see the money up on the screen. Wow, yeah, this movie was great. Like I say, I can't say how it compares to the comics. I'll leave that to the comic book experts. But if you're going into it just to see a fun movie, fun action movie, even comedy, the humour in this movie is really good. But yeah, I don't think you'd be disappointed if you went to see this movie. It's really good. I think most of the reviews for it have been positive. Yeah. There was a lot of links to the other films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, talking at references to the Avengers, references to Tony Stark and Stark Enterprises. So if you're wondering how it, if there's any references, how it connects with the others, there is quite a lot of references, and they go to a warehouse which has become an Avengers base, So there's that in the that's another reference that that'd probably interest you. But yeah, this was really good. I think in my movie going year, it's improved a lot. I got off to a shaky start early on with Taken 3, Mordecai, and 50 Shades of Grey, but it's got a lot better now. And this was, this is one of the best films so far that I've seen this year. Yeah, it goes alongside, Kingsman, Fast 7, Mad Max Fury Road. Yeah, it's very, very good. I recommend it. Michael Douglas is great. It was great seeing it. I didn't know how much of a part he was going to have in it, but yeah, he's in it a lot. He's in it all the way through. I've got to say, I was surprised at the beginning, because the movie starts with a scene set in 1989, so before, and obviously the main body of the film's set in present day, but this is set in 1989. And Michael Douglas, I didn't expect to see Michael Douglas from War of the Roses walking in. Honestly, I don't know how the hell they did that. He looks so good. Basically, what they've done is, because I didn't know what to expect, I was thinking, well, who they're gonna get to play young Michael Douglas. You know, you see this so often. Oh, who's it gonna get to play the younger version of the character? I didn't expect to see War of the Roses Michael Douglas come walking in. That was great. It's like they went back in time and got Michael Douglas from 1989 and brought him to the present. Or as it's been theorised, maybe they shot this scene back in 1989 and just kept it in a vault for 20 odd years. But it looked, honestly, if they did that with, like, obviously probably used digitally de-aged him, it looked fantastic. This was brilliant. The job they did de-aging Michael Douglas digitally, or whether they used, like, whether they accompanied that with makeup, hair and makeup, you know, like, so it was a combination of the two. They did a fantastic job here. Yeah. So, I mean, the amount of times you see it, like, let's talk about X-Men Origins Wolverine. I think, you know, younger Patrick Stewart, CGI, photoshopped, airbrushed Patrick Stewart, which looked that wasn't convincing anyone. Here, on the other hand, Jesus Christ, that technology's come a long way. It's insane. Let's talk about Paul Rudd for a second, of course, playing Ant-Man. He's great, and I saw as well he was involved in the writing with this and producing it. So it looked as though he's a big fan of he wanted to get this film made. You can see, and the effort he shows. This is a complete passion project for him, I think. You know, you could tell he was having the time of his life playing this part. It was brilliant. Yeah, fit the role so well, you know. Well, obviously, I don't know, but he seemed really natural in the part, you know, like a natural choice. Evangeline Lilly playing Michael Douglas's daughter, Hope. She was really good. Obviously, I loved Evangeline Lilly in The Hobbit. She's great here as well. Yeah. What else can I say? The action sequences were phenomenal. You know how it changed those perspectives when he shrinks down. So you go to his perspective, then you cut back to how a normal person would see it. You know, you see that scene from the trailer where they're on the toy train. You know, it looks all immense from their perspective, but then the camera pulls back, and then it's just. But I was interested. I was interested to see how that would work. You know, would it ruin the action sequences? It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Because when you're seeing it from their perspective, it seems real. You know, it seems, you know, just as good as what your traditional action sequence would be. So that didn't really take away from the movie at all. I was worried about how it would work, but it works really well. Obviously, the choreography, the action sequences, really well done. Yeah, a lot of action involved. Good creative action. It doesn't get boring, it doesn't get tiresome. The pace of the movie, I like to say it's a 2-hour film, flows well, flows brilliantly. Like I say, the comedy is brilliant. Michael Pena, who plays Paul Rudd's friend, his sidekick in the film, he is great. Yeah, but in terms of the action sequences, I didn't expect Michael Douglas to get involved. He smacks a few guys around in this film. Hell, in the first 5 minutes, he busts a guy's nose open. So that was great to see. Yeah. And I can't wait to see more of Ant-Man. Hopefully we'll get an Ant-Man 2 with Michael Douglas back, and obviously Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly back too. That'd be great. And it looks as though Ant-Man might join up as part of the Avengers, which would be very good. Yeah, so I recommend this movie. Obviously it's your good old, you know, trying to save the world, you know, Michael Douglas's apprentice or previous apprentice who's now taken over Michael Douglas' company, Pym Enterprises. Obviously he's made his own Ant-Man outfit is, or the costume, you know, and obviously selling it to the highest bidder. You know, it's billed as the new form of warfare. It's the new weapon. When I say it's a costume, he labels it. It's a vessel. You know, new state of the art warfare technology. It's going to change warfare forever. And then obviously Michael Douglas realises what a disaster this would be if it fell into the wrong hands. Of course, his protege doesn't care who he sells it to, you know, if the price is right. So yeah, that's the story. You know, we've got to stop this guy, and obviously we've got to stop this new suit from falling into the wrong hands. So it's, you know, I've heard people say it's kind of a bit of a you know, it's your generic Marvel movie. Of course, I haven't really seen a lot of the Marvel movies, so I didn't really have that problem. But hey, it's if you are someone who's seen, you know, who watches Marvel movies religiously, if it is a generic Marvel movie, it's still perfectly serviceable. It's still enjoyable. Like I say, the comedy, the action in it. PG-13, yeah, it is. But you know what? I didn't have a problem with it here. It didn't really take away from the movie for me. You know, if you're worried about it being too watered down, it didn't really cause much of a problem here. So if you were worried about the PG-13 rating, you know, mind you, I think with this, you know, it wasn't going to be much of a problem, you know, but it's understandable. Something like the new Deadpool movie, that has to be R-rated, of course, for obvious reasons, you know, because of that character. That's the nature of the beast in that respect. It'd be nice to get an R-rated Wolverine movie. That'd be good, because again, Wolverine's character is quite colourful to say the least, and yeah, some of his exploits have got pretty violent. So I think an R-rated Wolverine movie would be nice to see. But at least we're getting an R-rated Deadpool movie. PG-13 Ant-Man, not a problem. I don't think. It was still really enjoyable. So if you're wondering whether to go see it, that's my 2 cents. I hope it's coming useful. I enjoyed it. I think everyone in the theatre seemed to enjoy it. So if you decide to go, I hope you guys enjoy it too. So that pretty much brings this review to a close. It was great to see Michael Douglas back on the big screen in a good movie after that disaster that was Las Vegas. This was great. So yeah, I can't wait to see more. Like I say, I hope you guys enjoy it if you decide to go see it. And if you've seen it already, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you agreed with some of the points that I'd made. But yeah, that was the highlight of the movie. Go see it to see 1989 Michael Douglas back on the big screen again. Honestly, you will be amazed. But yeah, great comedy, great acting, great story, even if it is generic. It was still perfectly serviceable and great humour, great special effects, and you could really see the money on screen. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I hope this has been useful to you if you were debating whether or not to go see it. And if you do go see it, I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you all later on. Thank you.